I'm sowing beetroot seeds today and I multi-sow them. So I get a cell tray. This one is a 60 cell tray. You can get obviously many different shapes and sizes. This has got 60 cells in it, and it fits into an A4 sized seed tray. Now, multi-sowing does what it says on the tin really. You multi-sow your seeds, so you sow a group of seeds into each individual module rather than just sowing one. And then when you plant them out, you also plant them as a group. So no need to split them up. Beetroot work really well, and that's what I'm doing today. So take a little mini pinch. So I'm aiming for about 4 or 5 beetroot seeds per module. This is multi-purpose compost. It's peat-free and it's been mixed, I guess, with a 50-50, well, probably a bit less than that actually, so 40-60 vermiculite, and that just helps with a little bit of aeration. So I'm not too precise with this. 4 or 5 seeds roughly in each equates to a small pinch, and I'm aiming to, when I plant them out, to have no more than 5 seedlings. Now, beetroot seeds can be a bit funny in that they can produce multiple seedlings per seed, so you might get too many growing, but in which case just obviously snip off the ones that you are not going to use, so the weakest ones, and then plant out as a group. It's a great way to space save, particularly for people that have a small garden like me. You want to utilize all the space you can get, so if you multi-sow rather than having one individual beetroot seedling spaced out, you have a group of them. You may not get the biggest beetroots as you would do if you did them singularly, but personally I quite like that, and it stops them going too woody, so it works for me. Once you've sown your seed, you then lightly cover with compost, and I will just put these on a little bit of gentle heat to help them germinate. They don't really need it. If you just have a sunny windowsill or a greenhouse, that's absolutely fine. I've got a hot bench, so they will just sit on there to germinate. And then once they have germinated, make sure, wherever you've done that, make sure that you move them to an area with a lot of light. They don't need to be on heat at that stage, so just take them off and let them grow on. Now with these seedlings, you're probably looking at about a 6-week from sowing to planting, roughly. Once they are ready to plant out, and you'll know when they're ready because the root ball will have filled most of the cell, so you can pop them out easily from the bottom. There are obviously holes at the bottom that you can push out with your finger, and it means that the compost will stay together. So that's kind of how you tell the seedling's ready, is that it's got good leaf growth, it looks nice and healthy, and the root ball underneath is good, strong, and has taken up most of that compost. When it comes to planting out, these will need to be spaced out, I guess, about, I would say, 25 centimetres apart to allow them to grow on. And then once they've grown and you want to harvest them, the simplest way to harvest multi-sown beetroot is just to twist away one of the beetroots, leaving the rest of them there to grow on. So you don't pull the whole clump up unless you need loads of beetroot, but you can just still harvest them singly. And multi-sowing lends itself to lots of different seeds. There's more about that in some of my other videos, but for now these have almost been sown, so I hope that was helpful.